And we are live. Welcome to one of my first live streams. I am totally doing this on the fly right now. I just figured I'd get on here and try it out and yeah, see if anybody comes to watch. Anyhow, here we go. I've chosen to talk about the Oldsmobile Aurora today. Um, if there's anything else anybody else would like to talk about, you can leave a comment for me below. No. All right. So, Oldsmobile Aurora actually has one of my actually I have to say it's my favorite Oldsmobile that they ever built. It was a total departure from what Oldsmobiles had been up until this point, and it was basically when they were, I guess, trying to compete with a lot of the European luxury brands and Japanese luxury brands and what have you. Unfortunately, I think it was a little bit too little too late for them because it really, unfortunately, wasn't able to save them. They did, I think, in the mid to late 90s, they had some of the best looking cars out in the market that they'd ever had with the Oldsmobile Aurora and the Buick or the Oldsmobile Alero. Like Alero was kind of a miniature version of the Aurora, really. But the Aurora had what a lot of people call the baby North Star in it, which was a slightly smaller version of the North Star V8 engine that you would find in the Cadillac Seville and the Cadillac DTS, the DeVille at the time as well. It was a very cool design, I think. Anyways, gonna find you. Share screen here. Use. Is it here? Oh, there it is. That's what I want. So this one here. This is a very bad picture. Oh, there you go. This is basically what it looked like here. Very aerodynamic, very unique. It really didn't share the body style with any other vehicle that General Motors had put out at the time. They got rid of the Oldsmobile typical badging on there, and yeah, basically, it was very clean side of the car. There really wasn't a lot of badging on the car at all, which was quite popular at the time. Uh, Debadging cars and that in the car community was quite popular. I actually did drive one of these. They were a absolutely beautiful car to drive. They floated down the road like you were on a cloud, but they also had a lot of power with them as well. So that was pretty cool thing about it. That motor did propel that car very well. Oddly enough, the car actually towed really well too. And seats were extremely comfortable. I drove that car on it was about 16 or 18-hour drive one time without any problem, without being uncomfortable at all. It was absolutely fantastic for that. And yeah, it was just way ahead of its time as well. The dash was very nicely designed. I can find a picture of the dash anywhere. Let's see here. Close this. Anybody? Oh, there's the Aurora V8 engine there. As you can see, it basically just says Aurora on there. I don't believe that any of them ever said Oldsmobile anywhere on there. They're trying to basically depart from anything traditionally Oldsmobile at the time. There's a later version. They did redesign them here. The first one came out in 1994 is a 1995 model, and then they moved into this one in 1999. It was not a bad design, but I think it kind of lost something. I don't think it was quite as good as the original there. Anybody really is interested in this vehicle, leave me a comment, let me know. I can definitely do a more detailed video on this car at a later date. Now, the only couple complaints I could say about it was, number one, there was a bit of a lack of headroom. Now, the one that I drove was actually a one that had a moonroof in it, and the moonroof kind of did cut down on the headroom quite a bit in there. So that was one complaint. And the other complaint was it had a large trunk in it, but unfortunately, it just did not have a large trunk opening. Now, I heard a lot of complaints from a lot of people that they couldn't easily put their golf clubs in there without kind of maneuvering them around there and kind of moving around to get them in. And I would say from the price point of this car, I have a feeling that there's probably a lot of people that golf that actually did drive this car. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up a couple used car ads. See what we have. Couple of 4,500, 5,000, 1989. I think there's a typo. This book should be 1999. Anyhow, let's see. Let's see here. This one's kind of rough shape here, but okay. Let's kind of give you the dash here. Shifter was kind of unique too. It was pretty cool. And all these steering wheel controls on there. You could actually control the climate controls from the steering wheel, which was quite cool at the time. Very nice thick carpeting in there, very plush, very luxurious looking. And the stereo in this car was incredible. I remember reading about that one too, because the stereo itself was actually designed for the car. I think it was Pioneer, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Pioneer that designed it. And it was designed that no matter where you sat in that vehicle, there was no dead spots anywhere. Like, it was just optimal sound everywhere in there no matter where you were sitting. So that was pretty cool. There's the seats. This was actually in pretty good shape for. I think this was the 1999. Yeah, 150,000. Not bad mileage actually either. Let's see. I want to see if any of them give a better look at the trunk. Not really. But you can kind of see by looking at this here that the trunk opening, for the size of the trunk, like, it did actually extend into here quite a bit. So onto each side. So you're missing out on a lot of real estate there as far as being able to get stuff in and out of the car. That being said, it was a pretty damn near cool car there. So Let's see here. We got right here. Mhm. Let's check something. Oh, that's only 169,000 on it too. That's actually pretty low as well. What really would have made this cool was some rear wheel drive. Actually, I think anyhow. I think that would have made a big difference there. But anyhow, too bad GM hadn't done that sooner with the Oldsmobile. Probably would have lasted a lot longer than it did. I believe it actually was originally a concept car from the late 80s. Yeah, there it is. Let's do here. Share screen. Oh, there it is. Share screen. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, there it is. 1989 Oldsmobile Tube car. Yeah, it was actually, so it was in the works for quite a while. It's just too bad they didn't bring it out sooner. Competitor, Buick Riviera, Buick Park Avenue, Cadillac Seville, and DeVille. Honestly, with maybe the exception of the Seville, I would actually pick the Aurora over any of those vehicles. The Seville was pretty nice too, though, so I don't know if it was quite better than that, but anyhow, let's see, 47,000 1995, and it dropped to 22,000, 25 and 17 by 1998. Yeah, it's just unfortunate they didn't do that one a little bit sooner, but anyhow, that's okay. Let's see what we got here. 1999, 2001, it jumped to 53,000 units and dropped to 72 by 2003. That took a really, really steep drop. Official pace car, 1997, 2000, Indianapolis, 500. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for anyone who came into the live stream here. Anybody watches it after. I'm trying out a bunch of new stuff on the channel, and I'll be doing this in the coming weeks to see what everybody likes and what resonates with everybody. So this is just one of the things that I'm doing here. It's coming up to car show season here in Canada, so I hope to get up to some of them and do some video there as well. So I hope you guys can join me along the way for that. Anyhow, I will cut this live stream off for now. I was kind of just doing this as a test, more or less, to kind of get myself familiar with the software. And yeah, if anybody's interested, we may do some more of these cars and coffees type live streams again in the near future. I'm going to, yeah, I'll plan them out a little better so I can give people some notice so they can hop in and join in on the live stream and join in the chat here. And I'll be happy to, share that with, answer questions or just talk about cars in general with anyone. So anyhow, yeah, so I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Have a great night.